Kick the fathers out the house, send the mothers back to work. Let the school system parent your children right from the birth. Make them meal, feed them pills, confuse them about what's real. Tell them facts don't really matter, it's all about how you feel. Science and math erases, history let's erase it. Indoctrinate a whole generation, you can't escape it. It's bigger than American politics, you're an accomplice. White people, racists and bigots, and you're a colonist. If you want freedom, we'll encourage it through the opposite.
What is going down, world? Welcome to the 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. I go by the name Black Pegasus. And just like I said, man, Hi-Rez just dropped a new music video. It's called 2 + 2 = 5, and we're about to get into this. We are about to get into this. I have not seen it. I was actually on the road opening up for Waka Flocka in Keystone, so I missed it when it dropped. We get into it right now. Before we start, though, don't forget to like, share, and comment on all the content. But most importantly, subscribe. We're almost at 50,000 subs. We need to get to 100K. Happy New Year, matter of fact, but that's my New Year's resolution. I have to hit 100,000 subs on this channel. I can't do it without you guys spreading the content, hitting that sub button. Let's freaking go. Without further ado, you know what it is.
40-year-old
What?
boys are back in town. 40. Boys are back in town. 40-year-old
What?
boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. Malt liquor for your ears. 40.
All right, you guys. Now we are about to go down the rabbit hole. We're about to react to Hi-Rez 2 + 2 = 5. Let's freaking go. Don't forget, you guys, this Saturday, January 7th at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, we have a really big Harry Mack reaction at 8 p.m. I already said that, I think, but it's with Stevie Stone from Strange Music, now Odyssey Records. So that's happening. The premiere link is up. You can see the trailer. Just go look on the channel, but that's going down this Saturday, January 7th at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Without further ado, let's get into this, man. This is Hi-Rez. Let me bring this up onto the screen so you guys can see it with your boy, and we can get it popping. Now, I'm a fan of Hi-Rez. I heard about him through Dame from Funk Volume, Hobson's manager, when he was going viral. He had some dope music, but he started doing a bunch of viral things. But during the pandemic, Hi-Rez started being vocal, kind of like your boy right here. And I was like, man, this dude's cool. He's just a real one, man. He's a real one. Believes in freedom, and I rock with that. So we're reacting to Hi-Rez 2 + 2 = 5. Haven't seen the video. I brought it back to the beginning. I just fast forwarded to when he started rapping to start the show off. But let's get into this. He was saying some crazy stuff at the beginning, so we're going to dive into this in depth. Let's go. Here we go. Hi-Rez 2 + 2 = 5.
So it's different, as you know, that with
If anyone's new to, oh man, I almost choked. If anyone's new to Hi-Rez, he doesn't really look like this. I don't know what's going on here, but this is wild. Like, so he got the Black Lives Matter joint. I stand with Ukraine. Be kind. But he has a shirt that says capitalism kills. And look at it says Russia, fluid, equity. This is wild. Pronouns. I already have an idea where this is going, especially with the title being 2 + 2 = 5. Let's go.
equity comes.
Oh, snap.
Class, please welcome the new student, Robert.
Welcome, Robert.
Yo, son. This is wild. They put some effort into this. First and foremost, you see the teacher's name because they, them, the pronoun stuff, them.Karen. Yo, son. Yo, this dude's hard. Anyways, this dude right here, that's Robert Malone, yo. Bro, I know a lot of y'all are just hip-hop heads, but if you don't know who Robert Malone, he's actually a pioneer in the sphere of this, what is it? M-R-N-A. He is a pioneer in this. And he got on Joe Rogan and started exposing some of the things that are suspect that were going on in 2020. They got on early and they tried to cancel Joe Rogan because of this. This is what they do. they try to silence people by canceling them. That dude they called him the inventor. Because you guys can go do your history, but so I don't get it wrong, I'm going to call him a pioneer. But he has patents, all this type of stuff. He came out, spit some truth. This is bananas. I never thought I'd see a moment where rap intersects with, scientists, doctors. Like, that's wild. Just wild. An inventor, a pioneer of this stuff that came out during 2020. Man.
Robert! Thanks for the warm welcome, Teach. It's lit, no cap.
Take a seat.
Yo,
Welcome.
what is going on here? I'm tripping out. I don't know who this is. I do know him by face, but that's JP Sears. Yo, this is wild. All right. I seen clips on Instagram, but I didn't know they were all in the music video. This is crazy.
Welcome.
I seen this homie at some. This is wild.
Wow.
Bro. This is crazy. These are all of the top, I would say, influencers who went against the narrative. The homie with the tattoos, I thought I seen him like speak at like city council stuff. I don't know. I'm not sure who that is. Y'all can let me know in the chat if you know, or in the comments. But these are all like pretty big influential people during the whole 2020, whatever you want to call 2020. You know what I call it. I call it the pandemic. But anyways, let's get into this. All right, this is Hi-Rez 2+2 = 5. Let's go.
God, is that Rez?
Kick the fathers out the house, send the mothers back to work. Let the school system parent your children right from the birth. Make them meal, feed them pills, confuse them about what's real. Tell them facts don't really matter, it's all about how you feel. Science and math erases, history let's erase it. Indoctrinate a whole generation, you can't escape it. It's bigger than American politics, you're an accomplice. White people, racists and bigots, and you're a colonist. If you want free...
It's crazy because he's, first and foremost, that's like a double time flow, and he's killing it with the flow. Killing it, right? But it's like we're literally, how long is that? So that's 104 to 44. So there's so much information just in that first section of him going off like that.
Kick the fathers out the house, send the mothers back to work.
Kick the fathers out the house and the mothers back to work. Think about that.
School system parent your children right from the birth.
Let the school system parent your children right from the birth. Now, that's very profound that he's saying that, because if you look at what is going on, I think school is an indoctrination camp, right? Now, these ideologies are creeping into the school systems that I don't agree with, that break up the traditional family, but we can talk about that at a later time. But what's really key is the one thing I always knew school indoctrinated you was to just be like a pleb, be an employee. You know, the craziest thing about school, they never taught you how to do your taxes, never teach you anything about financial IQ, how to make money. You know what I'm saying? And most of the people that are teachers, like I have people who are teachers who I'm cool with. I got love for them. They do a lot of schooling, but it's just like, bro, it's like you can only use that for one thing, and that's to stay in this system of indoctrination, is what I honestly believe, because they're not really like the basic reading, writing, arithmetic. We all need that. That's the foundational how we get ahead. You got to think, people back in the day were getting killed because they wanted to learn to read, because it's such a privilege and a detriment to not be able to read. Like, I guess it's a privilege to be able to read. Like, these are things that every human being should have access to, right? But then when they start teaching you nonsense that doesn't further you, we're just talking about the first bar, bro. It's like the first 2 bars. And it's like, that's really profound if you really dive into it.
Feed them pills, confuse them about what's real. Tell them facts don't...
Feed them pills, tell these kids, the kids that just have a high energy just because they have energy, because kids aren't meant to sit. Feed them pills, sedate them. Like, that's what he's saying. And then these pills mask your true feelings. It messes you up internally.
Matter, it's all about how you feel. Science and math erases, history let's erase it. Indoctrinate a...
There's an article that came out where they tried to say science, math. Right now, there's something saying that fitness is white supremacy. That's why people, man, you can't cling on to these trigger words and these emotional triggers that they're meant to hold you down. Everything that happens, you got to see what actually serves you. If someone says fitness is racist or white supremacy, brother, man, I'm telling you, fitness is going to serve you a lot more than sitting on the couch eating some donuts.
Generation, you can't escape it. It's bigger than American politics. You're an accomplice. White people, racists, and bigots, and you're a colonist. If you want freedom, we'll encourage to do the opposite. It's toxic masculinity. If a man is too confident, excuse me, what's a woman? Well, I am not a biologist.
Excuse me, what is a woman? Well, I am not a biologist. If you guys aren't familiar with that line, the Supreme Court justice who Biden brought in, someone, I don't know if it's Congress, and I don't know how that works, but they asked her, I think her name's like something Brown, African-American lady. She's the Supreme Court justice. They asked her, they're like, can you give us the definition of a woman? Her response was, I'm not a biologist. So he's over here dropping bars. Yo, that's when my mind was, I was like, yo, this is just too much. You know, even the word woke, it used to mean something else. Now it means like these ideologies. But that's when I was just like, woke is just too much for me, bro. I'm like, if someone asks you, can you define a woman, and your response, and you're a role model in one of the highest forms of, the justice system, right? Supreme Court justice, and your response is, I'm not a biologist. I'm sorry, you guys. If you don't see something weird with that, I can't help you. That's just me.
Excuse me, what's a woman? Well, I am not a biologist. Common sense is really not common when you're a communist. Parents that care about their kids, let's call them terrorists. It's cool to be a feminist and an environmentalist. And if you love the country, that makes you a white supremacist. Don't even try defending it, because what you say is irrelevant.
It's crazy he said that. He said, if you love your country, meaning if you love America, you're a white supremacist. And that's definitely a box they're trying to put people in. Now, my critique for the video so far, this is fire. We're watching Rez 2+2 = 5. But this is my critique, yo. Hi-Rez, homie. You got to hit your boy up. Black Pegasus. I should have been in the video, man. Let's just keep it. I could have been the diversity hire, man. We need, we talking about racial issues. Throw a brother in there, man. I'm just saying. Just throw me in there. I'll be like, hey, I'm all mixed up. So I'll be in there like, ooh. Anyways, I'm messing around. But yeah, man, this is tight. I'm vibing with this. This is the type of, for y'all that don't know, I be on this type of stuff. Some of y'all know. Some of you are like, oh my God, P, you're crazy. Whatever.
Environmentalist, and if you love the country, that makes you a white supremacist. Don't even try defending it, because what you say is irrelevant. Put your hands up, everybody stand up. The whole world going mad, bruh. 2+2 = 5. You a racist if you don't think that adds up.
Better not be in here telling these children that men can't get pregnant.
Of course not, Mr. Smith.
And did you tell all the white children that they are racist?
And colonizers and bigots, yes.
Very good.
Go and put your hands up.
Yo, he's wildin'. First and foremost, though, before we get into this next verse, I give a big shout out to this player. I actually look up to this dude, man. This dude right here. I know him as Ian Fitness. I think his name's, I don't know if it's Ian Smith. But during the pandemic, they tried to shut down his gym, and he wouldn't shut it down in New Jersey. Very inspirational story. That's why I didn't stop throwing concerts during the pandemic. I literally threw concerts through the whole pandemic, and no one got hurt, you know what I'm saying? But, yo, man, I think it's Attila's gym. He fought tooth to nail. I actually heard of him from Andy Frisella's podcast. And, man, this brother, man, this is crazy, man. There's actually people really standing up for freedoms in America. And the fact that they get pegged as racist bigots, and they're actually like really good people, it's very unfortunate. He's one of them, man. And yeah, I don't want to take anything from the messaging in this song. It is interesting how I wish there were a little more. I ain't gonna lie. I wish there was a little more black faces preaching this message, because I know Risa Islam is down with the movement. I know I'm on board with the movement. And the movement isn't to create this divisive, weird Republican versus Democrats. And the movement is just like pro-freedom, right? Common sense, right? Like it's just about the mandates. It's like, if people need this, cool. But if people don't need it, cool. Like all this authoritarianism and tyrannicalness that's creeping into America is unnecessary. I'm pro-freedom, dude. And I rock with this messaging very heavily. And I do wish, and I think there are more black faces or black people on board, but they're using our race to divide us. And that's very unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. That's why I speak out, because I think it's very important. Like, I know a lot of rappers, and I have a lot of conversations behind the scenes with rappers, and that are not trying to put the race thing, but that are black. And a lot of them, like, you know, I'm able to, they're like, oh yeah, like, you know, they either feel it or they're like, damn, I didn't see it that way, you know, certain things. But, you know, I believe this is a great awakening. This is dope. Shout out to Ian Fitness. He's Ian Fitness on Instagram and Twitter. I went way too long on that, but this is dope, man. This dude got all of the major influencers that went against the narrative in 2020 in one video. And I like Hi-Rez, man. He's dope. He makes dope music, but he puts his career on the line and risks it by putting out stuff like this.
Get pregnant.
Of course not, Mr. Smith.
And did you tell all the white children that they are racist?
And colonizers and bigots, yes.
Very good.
Go and put your hands up, everybody stand up. The whole world going mad, bruh. 2 plus 2 equal 5. You a homophobe if you don't think that adds up. Don't have children. If you do, then abort them. If your neighbors don't comply with the government, then report them.
It is weird how this new, like, population stuff where they don't want you to have children, or there seems like there's this move to be like, oh, it's not necessary. I just hear more and more young people talking about, oh, I'm not gonna have children. It's just weird, because like I actually think that having children is the final step of love, true love. That's what I'm realizing in my marriage. Like, I had love for my wife, but the moment I heard my daughter cry from being birthed, it was full circle. I understood this was the love is a journey, and it never really ends. Now it carries on with my daughter, but for me and my wife, I loved her so. I've always loved her, but not like when she birthed my daughter. Like, it's just love is a journey. This whole love at first sight, I don't believe that. You might be attracted to someone, you might like someone, but love is a journey that takes love. I can't say it any better. Love is actually a journey. It's a process, and I don't think it really ends. It's like continues in different ways, in different forms. But yeah, it's interesting how there's this dude. People don't understand. Oh, I love my daughter so much. It's so important to have children, but it's not for everyone, whatever. But he's saying some real stuff right there.
Going mad, bruh. 2 plus 2 equal 5. You a homophobe if you don't think that adds up. Don't have children. If you do, then abort them. If your neighbors don't comply with the government, then report them. If you have independent thoughts, then just ignore them. Communism's the way, democracy is too boring. Bring your kids to a drag show. Give them a couple dollars to put right up in their asshole.
Yo, son. Yo, this drag, nobody cared about drag queens. Nobody. Everyone. America is so laid back and cool. Nobody cares if you're gay. Nobody cares if you're a drag queen. Nobody cares if you're whatever, gender fluid or all this other stuff. Nobody cares. Nobody at all. Do you know when people started caring? When you started bringing kids to shows like I don't know how much I can talk about on here. I'm not trying to get kicked off YouTube. But people didn't care. People don't care about drag queens. They're like, whatever, RuPaul, whatever. They're like, whatever, this is America. Cool, do you, player. We're Americans, baby. We're all covered by this flag. We got love for each other. Let's go. You start bringing the kids into this. You start looking, all this ideology, everything he's saying, it's not because people dislike this demographic of people or whatever. It's because they're trying to incorporate it in schooling. There's all these little underlying things. And, unfortunately, I'm on YouTube, so I can't really go as in-depth as I would like to. Make sure you follow me on Rumble at Black Pegasus Raps. Once I get over 100 followers, I'll start live streaming there, and we'll spit some real, because that's the only platform you can speak your mind truthfully and go all out. He's spitting some real here, you guys. It is what it is.
Don't comply with the government, then report them. If you have independent thoughts, then just ignore them. Communism's the way, democracy is too boring. Bring a kid.
It's like I could go off every bar he's saying. I could go on for hours. I think it's pretty commonsensical what he's saying, so I'm just going to let those ride. But everything he said there is just boom, bye, just hitting. It's hitting hard.
To a drag show. Give them a couple dollars to put right up in their asshole. Don't worry about the Epstein flight logs. The case is closed, so don't even go and ask, bro. Trust it.
Yeah, the Epstein flight logs. Don't look into that. Go arrest Top G. Go get Andrew Tate, someone who doesn't even have a criminal record. I'm not advocate. I'm just saying, Andrew Tate, at this moment, he's in the Bing, but before that, he does not have a criminal record. Focus on Andrew Tate and Top G, not Epstein, who's proven to have an international trafficking rink. Proven. It's already proven. It's facts. Let's not go after the people who are involved in that. No, because it's already been proven that's been done, and it's international, and it's connected to high authoritative people in our leadership from, Europe to America. But nah, don't go after them. Don't go after the flight logs. Nah.
WHO and CDC, none of our politics. Give them a couple dollars to put right up in their asshole. Don't worry about the Epstein flight logs. The case is closed, so don't even go and ask, bro. Trust the WHO and CDC. None of our politicians work for the CCP. White kids are born racist if you disagree.
He's being facetious there. None of our politicians work for the CCP. None of them. They're all American first. America first, you guys. They don't, they would never sell us out to other countries or other nations, would they? They would never give billions of dollars to other countries before, fixing our healthcare system in America. They would never do that. They would never funnel aid to other countries, give them billions of dollars, give them billions of dollars worth of, military weapons. They wouldn't do that before they fix the healthcare system in America. They wouldn't do that, man. America's amazing. It actually is amazing. But our politicians, our politics, not so amazing. Not so.
None of our politicians work for the CCP. White kids are born racist if you disagree. That makes you a damn racist. Study CRT. In today's lesson, men can get...
I don't know enough about CRT to talk about that. I will say it's simple. We should have American history. Boom. And in that history, you got to include everything, right? Everything that went on in America. Slave trade, cotton trade, civil wars, American Revolution, Boston Tea Party, the Jewish Holocaust, as they, as Jewish people came here, all the different things, the railroad being built, American history, all that stuff. If the people are here, we should have that history. That's all I'm going to say about that. With CRT putting a theoretical spin on slavery or whatever, I don't know. I'm not into CRT. It's simple to me. Just teach American history, and that includes all of our history. Don't leave anything out. Some people say, they're leaving this out. They don't even teach about slavery or whatever. And some people are like, no, they do. I don't know. I haven't been in school in a minute. I don't remember. They should just teach all history. It's just that simple to me. There's not even a reason to argue. I think that's pretty common ground. It's like, history's history. Boom, by age. Just that simple.
Put your hands down, no more questions. Don't say pedophile, just say ALA. Adults that like adolescents. Go and put your hands up, everybody stand up. The whole world going mad, bruh. 2+2.
I did hear about that. I heard it's called MAPS, was a term I was hearing from people. MAPS, look it up. What is it? It's like a minor attracted people. MAPS. This is a term I've heard before. It's crazy. You can't make this stuff up. Everything he's spitting is real. Some people aren't awake, so they're not seeing all this stuff. But that's why people are doing this, to wake people up. Because what happens is you wake up one day and it's just up in your face. It's just like, oh, smother me. And now, because of the age of information, also because the Twitter files showed how much corruption is going on with our government, the government is tag teaming up with big tech companies, just like we had said, to censor people. And they're still involved. This is why I have to tap dance on YouTube, because they created guidelines based off of blah, blah, blah. Facebook, Instagram, all that's the same. That's why Twitter is like super cool. Twitter Spaces right now is on fire because people up there just speaking facts. But yeah, man, it's proven. The Twitter files shows the government in cahoots, the government, the FBI in cahoots with big tech companies to censor people who say things that go against what they want currently. The narrative. It is what it is. It's already proven. I'm not even going to argue with anyone in the comments or the chat about that because it's proven. It's proven.
You a racist if you don't think that add up. Go and put your hands up, everybody stand up. The whole world going mad, bruh. 2+2 = 5. You a homophobe if you don't think that adds up. We want to drive the whole.
Yeah, they should have got me in the video for inclusion. Y'all saw inclusion pop up right when I was like, yo, let's get some brothers in the video, man. Let's do this shit together. We got to, because this is the narrative they're creating. They're creating this narrative that only, I don't want to get into the race, but I always see it. They're trying to create this narrative that only white people want these type of freedoms. And there's a lot of people on board. This is a dope music video. I'm just joking, but I would have been down to be in it. You know what I'm saying? Add some of that diversity, baby. But yeah, man, not only white people want freedom, bro. And I think it's so weird that I've gotten to a point, like me even reacting to this, I'm going to lose subscribers. I mean, some people, black people. So weird that if you have an opinion, you feel a certain way, you have your own beliefs, all of a sudden it's, dude, everyone's soft. That's when I don't care if I get unsubbed. I'm like, you know what? I'd rather have some G's on my channel who really rock with me and know what I'm about and aren't going to turn their back on some soft stuff. So every now and then I pop up with something like this. But, man, I got to figure – I've seen this brother before. I think I follow him on Instagram. I just don't know his name. I don't know, man. But all these brothers are like – I know Robert Malone. I know Ian Fitness. I know JP Sears. The other people, everyone else, though, their face – I don't know the female and the other guy in the background. But anyways, dope video so far.
We want to drive the whole world crazy. Brainwash kids from the time they're babies. We want you dependent and lazy. They never learn honestly. It amazes me. Go and put your hands up. Everybody stand up. The whole world going mad, bro.
I guess mad people were hating on Hi-Rez because what happens is everything he's saying here is going against the left, which is whatever you want to call Democrats, or it's not just Democrats, but this left ideology that typically steers super progressive, where it's so progressive, it's just like what, like the fact that we're doing like anyways, I don't know what I can say on YouTube, but he's getting stuff from the left, which is progressive left, right? Because of everything he said. But then the right, all the right-wingers are pissed because he dressed like that to convey his point. And they're like, yo, you dressed in drag. I'm melting. That's where I can't stand anybody anymore, bro. First of all, listen to the message. And if you really listen in clarity, and if you have kids, you can hear this and be like, yo, what he's saying isn't out of pocket. And what he's saying isn't hateful. He's addressing some things. I think as Americans, our fundamental belief, most of us, is like, dude, we're in America. Do what you want. Like, chill out. You know what I'm saying? But opening people's eyes to this new, he's saying it in his lyrics, brainwashing. It's indoctrination, y'all. It's demoralization of a nation. That's what it is, in my opinion. It's demoralization, one of the phases of communist subversion. I got to talk to some more people about communism. I don't know enough about it versus capitalism. I think you need a balance to everything. I think capitalism has its ups and downs. I think it's the best in comparison to everything I've seen. But I see there's arguments against it. I'm willing to bet if there was a hybrid of capitalism, right? Like, where you see it kind of going off the rails, maybe you introduce some things, and you could just make it stronger. But yeah, people be wilding, bro. I mean, that's just my take.
2 + 2 = 5. You a racist if you don't think that adds up. Go and put your hands up. Everybody stand up. The whole world going mad, bro. 2 + 2 = 5. You a homophobe if you don't think that adds up. We want to drive the whole world crazy. Brainwash kids from the time they're babies. We want you dependent and lazy. They never learn honestly. It amazes me.
Tight. All right. Hold on. Let me go back because I want to know this brother's name. Go look him up. This brother right here. Gavin Lewis Erdl. Maybe I don't know him, but I've seen him do like something went viral and I've seen his face for sure. Dr. Robert Malone, the pioneer, right on the video. Harley Morenstein, JP Sears, Ian Smith.
What's up, y'all? Thank you for watching my brand new music video, 2 + 2 = 5. If you can, check out the description box below. Click that link and grab yourself a t-shirt. Common sense isn't common when you're a communist. I appreciate y'all.
Oh, this dude. I got like, the beat gave me like Slim Shady vibes. Like, I'm Slim Shady or something, the real Shady. I'm not like, yo, white rapper. I'm saying this colorful presentation, the way the beat was, gave me that feel. I'm not trying to compare white rappers right now. Just that dun 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 dun. That's it. It gave me those type of vibes. But the messaging, superb. My man Hi-Rez giving them the business with his new music video, 2 + 2 = 5. I need you guys to tap into the chat and the comments. Let me know what you think. If you're like, oh, P, how could you watch this on your channel? This is bigotry. Ah! Or if you're like, P, he's spitting fire, flame broil, this is real. Yo, it's going down. Let's get it popping. You know what's interesting? I don't even think, this is kind of wild. The reaction's over. Hi-Rez is that dude. I love the video. If you love the video, you need to spread it, show some of your friends, because this type of stuff gets suppressed. So we got to do the extra work to get it out there. Now, reaction over. Boom. I got to tell y'all some stuff. I was thinking about this today. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. With AI popping off, we talked about the new chat TPG or whatever. It's the birth of AI. AI is here. Artificial intelligence is here. It's thinking. It's on the way, right? Not on the way. It's here. With AI, at some point, if it gets so advanced and becomes super intelligence, can racism exist? Because essentially with the Neuralink and all these things, like if AI took over, right, and we become bionic, it's like, yo, man, it's going to override that program, you guys. That's what I think. So I think the people who like to talk about racism all the time, y'all better talk about some AI, because it's going to eliminate your favorite thing. Now, I know people get mad. We can do better as humans. We're tribal. This goes into the race conversation. We can do better, you guys. And racism does exist, and it's not good. And I was just clowning a little bit because in this, they have weaponized racism, and it doesn't help us. When I say us, I'm speaking as a person of mixed race, right? Like when these emotional triggers set us off and we can't think clearly or move through society properly because we're so focused on our race, that doesn't serve you. So you need to definitely work on these things, and I'm going to be a big advocate on speaking on that. I don't think it's bad to know your history. I don't think it's bad to try to be better, work on things, call certain things out. But I am going to say when it's weaponized and it doesn't serve you, that can be an issue as well. So hopefully I got that thought out okay. I'll be all over the place on this channel. Anyways, you guys, don't forget to like, share, and comment on all the content. If you're really rocking with the vibe, hit that subscription button. Help me get to 100,000 subs this year. Happy New Year. I hope you're blessed. Reactions, podcasts, skits, street interviews, all that stuff goes down right here at the 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. You know what it is. 40!
Thank you for being some man. 40 years down the road, back again. FUQ boy.